Click, 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 click.
Oh, visually it doesn't do anything.
Click. No, but we'll hear the sound of... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, shit, that doesn't do anything. Yo, 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 how's it going, everyone? Welcome to Chapter 5 of The Life and Suffering of Sir Brant. And the reason we're starting it on this screen is to not only show, holy crap, we've done, what is it, this will be episode 42?
Yeah.
Of this, and this is how long it took to get to where we are. I'm even surprised we got up to Chapter 5, honestly.
Yeah, and the fact that it doesn't say what year it is underneath the marker now, it says morning rather than a year.
Yeah, so like if we go to peacetime, right, if we restarted this chapter, it says 20 years, and everything up until that point has been like a year at a time, right? But then we get up to the revolt and it's morning. So I'm gonna guess that this like final chapter is just on one day. So this is gonna be like the last day of our life.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh, are you ready for this, Brent?
For it to end, yes.
Oh my god, yes. This could be the finale. I don't know if it will be or not, but it very well could be.
Exactly.
Alright, the revolt begins. Word about the sentence you passed upon the Arcanian commander instantly spreads throughout Anazat. The commoners are celebrating. For the first time, the law has proven to be more powerful than the ancient authority of the Arcanians. All over the city, triumphant crowds are assembling. The people praise Judge Brant and declare an end to their oppression. The outcries become more daring by the hour. Freedom for tyranny! Down with the noble yoke! Gosh darn those noble egg yolks. I hate them. I'm allergic to them.
Always being yellow and never the blood-colored one.
I like to imagine that like the first murder of the revolt was Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty, the first victim of the revolt. The authorities anxiously observe the people's reverie. Elborn receives orders from the magistrate to disperse the crowds with gendarmes, but he refuses to do so on the grounds that the people are unarmed and assembling peacefully. Elvermon is livid. The animosity among the ruling circles is quickly transforming into naked enmity. Ooh. Humiliated, Auton refuses to comply with his sentence and go into exile. Oh no! What? That's not good. Brent, you want to be Dorius Otnon?
The city is on the brink of a revolt. What? Oh yeah, he's supposed to be...
He's supposed... Okay, so we ended Chapter 4 with sending him into exile for all of his crimes, and that was the big, like, yay, we did it! And now it's nice to know that he's just out and about and just refusing to do it, and I don't think anyone's going to challenge him on it, so... Oh my gosh.
Whatever that dishonorable court may have decided, my duty is to remain in Magra and stop this maddened mob.
The nobility of Anazat eagerly gather under Auton's banners, outraged by his sentence. They assemble a militia ready to quell the disturbances with force. Okay, they're gonna come kill us then. Great. The news that Auton has refused to comply with the court's sentence infuriates the common folk. I was going to say yoke again. I just saw the OLK and I'm like, oh yeah, the common yoke, you know, the regular egg yolks. The crowds in the squares become larger. Gangs of armed commoners take to the streets. Uh-oh. Remiel Vermon is already dead, his life taken by the verdict of the People's Court. He was strangled by the mob that broke into the city hall. The Chancellor's lifeless body now hangs just outside the windows of his office for all to see. Oh man, he was, Remiel Vermon was the... no, I'm getting him confused with Gaius Tempest. Who's Remiel Vermon?
I forget.
He was is he the magistrate? Or is that Gaius Tempest?
He's the Chancellor.
He's the, okay.
It says the Chancellor.
Oh, the Chancellor's. Okay, yeah, no, context clues. And also just literally it's a different thing. Okay, then, yeah, I don't...
He's
I can,
Celery Chan then.
Yeah, he's Celery Chan. No, Celery Chan is dead. Oh. There's no stopping the revolt now, but you know that after Auton's trial, your name carries weight in the eyes of the commoners. How will you use their support at this crucial moment? Oh, okay, so Sophia, our good friend that we saved way back in the day, she's leading the revolt.
Oh.
That's cool. This guy, yeah, old man.
Yeah.
Old man dude, yeah, he's...
True Death?
He's dead. Yep. Yeah, true death, question mark? Wow, okay. So these are our stats, I guess, for this
for this chapter.
For this chapter,
are we gonna get
or
troops, clergy, and noble? I guess this is all gonna change over the split minutes. Split seconds.
I'm gonna assume we don't need any of that like valor and like career and stuff anymore. I don't know if our career is gonna have anything to do with the revolt.
But we're gonna need that valor to like fight.
Yeah, to
something.
fight. Yeah, right. Although we barely escaped killing our brother from that. We almost died to him. Okay, so there's a stalemate. The revolt's in a stalemate right now. The common folk, they trust me. Or trust us.
Leader.
That what?
Indisputable leader at the bottom.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're close to it. We're at +2. If we get one more in it, then we'll be.
This is the WWE, where you're indisputable champion of the.
Yeah, right. So we've got cautious support from the nobles and the clergy. Okay, that's kind of cool. I didn't think we were going to get any support from the clergy, but all right. And the squad, the troops, out of the troops, we get a squad. That's cool. All right. I guess we're a leading commander now or something? Chapter 5.
It was like, we're a judge, and now we're the leader of people?
Yeah, right?
Like, I'm here to judge people, not tell people what to do.
Yeah, exactly. It's like all you do during the revolt is you just walk around like judging people.
It's like I'm judging how well you're following the rules that are set before. Now you're telling me how to set these rules?
Yeah. What? Jeez, what a plot twist. For years now, Anazat has been simmering like a cookpot over a slow flame. Have they used this exact same metaphor 3 times now? I remember this. The cookpot over a slow flame. I'm pretty sure they've used this twice before.
I have forgotten.
I'm pretty sure.
It from my memory.
Yeah, I think it was part of that last session that we did for 3 hours, so honestly, I'm not surprised. The powerlessness of the simple folk, unable to change the old order, has gradually given way to rage. Finally, this anger became stronger than their age-old submission to the higher estate and their fear of divine retribution. This rage was the spark that lit the fire of the revolt. All of Anazat's commoners have risen up in rebellion: workers, artisans, merchants, and beggars. They all long to break free of noble tyranny and the perpetual suffering that is their lot. The most daring among them have joined the last straw, the secret society that has sent entire squads of trained soldiers out into the streets. They hand out guns and bombs to the people, weapons that give them a chance to wage war on equal footing against noblemen descended from the generations of warriors. But the most dangerous weapon the rebels possess is the People's Court. Aha, that's where we come in.
Rock?
Yeah. The commoners have claimed the right to sentence their enemies to true death. The first nobles executed by the last straw this very night served as proof that these sentences are real. For the first time in history of the Empire, the divine force of the law is in possession not only of the noblemen, but also of the common estate. Among the rebels are many new believers. They are ready to take up arms to defend their faith and freedom from the lots. They are led by Lennart, the abbot of the temple by the Silver Tree. Prefect Elborn's allegiance remains unknown. Okay, that's cool. I mean, we did an entire trial for him, and he's not even going to be on our side. All right. The Supreme Judge has taken such pains to give the lowly estate more rights. Will he support a revolt that strives to do the same?
He did at the start when we first got hired. He did say that I might not be able to support you all the time if you go in one way or the other. It's like, but I'll do my best to stay. I think that's
did he say
at one
that?
point. Yeah, it's like I will be behind you on whatever you decide, but if it goes too far, and I'm gonna have to make sure that so he's doing it to because there's somebody has to be back to keep order, even if it's like we're gonna be the ones to lead this revolt apparently suddenly.
Yeah, suddenly. Yeah,
but
just out of the blue.
Just in case it fails, there's got to be somebody.
Right, somebody to hold back
to
keep order and make sure that, shit doesn't hit the fan.
Yeah.
Well, Elborn kind of screwed up because guess what? Shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
Anazat has recently been rocked by a series of spontaneous assemblies and protests. The mob demands equal rights for all estates and freedom from the tyranny of the nobles. The authorities must recognize the new faith and grant the commoner the right to choose their own lot. By nightfall, the rebels had disposed of the guards and taken over the city gate. In a matter of minutes, Anazat was under their control. It is the duty of Overseer Gaius Tempest to crush the revolt. The Arcanian nobleman feared for his own position and power, so he was reluctant to punish the rebellious city as discontent slowly grew year by year. But the ensuing uprising has left him no choice. The Overseer has announced a full-scale mobilization. And then they all turn into, like, Gundams and everything, and Mobile Suit Gundam, Sea Destiny anime.
I read that as a full-scale mobilization.
Mobilization?
So another mob comes.
Just mobilize all the mobs right now. We need our backup mobs out there. Come on, people. In the morning, the Legion will march toward Anazot under his command and attempt to return the city to Imperial authority with fire and sword. And bless you, Brent. Just in case any of the audience wanted to... What?
You're not part of the church.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry. I should be saying, judge you, Brent. Or, sorry, you're going to jail. Don't pass go.
I'll
Don't collect
you.
200.
Did you get your shots?
Yeah, right. The expeditious arrival of the Legion is the only hope the nobles have left now that they are locked inside the city. Members of the higher estate, especially the old aristocratic, yeah, there we go. Families. Aristocats. God, what if all the aristocrats were actually cats, and then the movie Aristocats played out? Fear the coming rampage and strive to keep order on the streets. Meanwhile, the Inquisition, led by Sister Jan, is trying to stop the new believers and urging the people to reject the revolt. Yeah, female John. Isn't that a joke that we made way back in Bayonetta? Jesus.
We made that a few times.
Bro,
at least I did.
You know what? I think everyone's wondering right now, when are we going to play Bayonetta 2? You got to play it, man. You got to play it.
I do own it on the PlayStation 4, so I am trying to play it, but I'm currently playing a bunch of other games.
Nice. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll make that another, or like, maybe sometime next year. We'll do it. 2022. Get some Bayonetta 2 in here. Both groups are aware that if the rest of the province follows Anazot into rebellion and chaos, the Empire itself and the Divine Order will begin to crumble.
2022, year of the sequels.
Year of the sequels. We just play the we'll continue Danganronpa 2. We'll do Bayonetta 2. We'll do, here's a great one, Capitalism 2. That's a great one. There's a game that I own called Capitalism 2, and I showed it to Izzy, and Izzy was like joking. He's like, this would be a funny let's play, and then he ended up buying the game and playing it. And I was like, you're into this game. As a communist, it's really funny you're into this capitalism game. After nightfall, the city grows quiet. Its courtyards and squares are empty. In mansions and palaces, hasty negotiations are held and schemes are concocted. In dark cellars, the revolt is being prepared and armed units are gathering. Parishes are getting ready to defend the temples of the new faith against the Inquisition.
That concocted thing always makes me think, is there an opposite to that? Convaged?
Yes, that is. Well, wouldn't it be provaged?
Or provaged?
Yeah.
No, provaging.
Provaging? Oh, God. Oh, geez. It's quite a word. All citizens, rich and poor, common and noble, are arming themselves, some with ancestral swords, others with cleavers. Anazot is preparing, waiting for the dawn. As the Legion arrives for the assault, the rebels assemble into a militia and get ready to defend off the Imperial army. But there is little unity in their camp. Their leaders are already mired in a power struggle. There are also defenders of the Imperial Order within the city walls, members of the old aristocracy, soldiers of the Inquisition, priests of the old faith, commoners unwilling to defy the law and the Twins' design. These people, too, refuse to lay down their arms.
Is it the Twins' design just to let you die, or not let you die, but have a chance to come back after you die 3 times, and they're like, you kind of screwed up many times, so this is that's your 4th and last time. So that's the design that they have, not how you should live your life.
Yeah.
So so they're just kind of putting, the whole thing is putting words into somebody else's mouth on how to live your life.
Well, I think we talked about that in our 3-hour session, was just like, everyone just blames each other for everything, and no one takes charge of their own life.
Yeah.
For the most part. It's like, oh man, I can't do this thing because this person doesn't want me to do this thing. and because it's this time, I can't do this thing. And it's like, well, no, I mean, you could, but then again, we can say that in our society. We can't say it in their society, I guess. Technically, it's a different thing.
Yeah, it's like trying to explain how the Chinese government works and their lifestyle works when they don't actually equal ours. Because it is a different.
It's just completely different.
It's just different.
Yeah. The first rays of the rising sun light up the horizon. This day will go down in history. Your entire life has led you to this moment. Step by step, you have made yourself the man you are now. Your actions today could alter the course of history. But are you ready to go the distance? Probably not. I'm pretty sure we're going to die. What will have become of you by the time the sun sets? Ooh.
So on that Chinese government thing,
Yeah.
apparently they're enforcing a law to make it any child under the age of 18 gets to play 1 hour of online games.
Oh, really?
On weekdays and not weekends? Or was it weekends only and not weekdays?
I don't know.
They dropped it from 90 minutes.
Yeah.
So that means that any online game that they play can only be played between like 8 and 9 p.m. or something like that.
Oh, jeez.
That's what I saw on Linus Tech Tips. Like
Ew.
Tech Tips. Tech Talk is their segment of talking about tech tips on TikTok.
Oh my god. Tech tips on TikTok. Hell yeah. So, Brent, I'm looking through all these different endings right now, just to see, which ones are something we might be able to do. So, okay, let's go through them just super quickly. The Legion is defeated. Okay, we're not close to anything on that. We're not leading the revolt. Our troops, we just need one more of the troops, but...
So the whole game up to this point is just setting us in wet to start a new game at the end here.
Yeah, pretty much.
So all our stats are like before this were not really important.
They were only important for that chapter. I mean, this whole game has been like, because the stats have been changing each chapter.
Yeah.
Right? Because like in chapter 1, we never had Valor. Or like we had totally different things, but then those things added up into a new skill, which ended up being like Valor and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
This one kind of just seems random.
Yeah, it's completely
like our career and Valor did not just mix together to make something. In this, they're basing it off of overall decisions of how people like us. Or like what we did for them. So that's why so if we look at our stats for this, I guess, is it an occupation now? No, it's not occupation, but... province, church, order. Where does it tell us? Oh, the revolt. Okay, yeah, so here. So these are our stats right now. The revolt is in a stalemate. We're at a 4 right there.
We're just the middle of the road on almost everything.
Yeah. We're close to the rebels winning, but, I mean,
If we're in the middle of the road of everything, that means we did a pretty good job as a judge.
Yeah, no, we were very impartial. Like, we didn't really favorite anyone except for the common folk. And even then... we're only trusted by them. They don't really see us as a leader, but that's probably because we did so much back and forth, I think, to keep ourselves impartial, right? So
I'd say we did a fair job of being a judge.
I think we did too.
I'll take that as a win for chapter 4. Yeah. We killed our brother.
Yeah, I mean, we
lost our family.
We did some pretty bad things, but whatever. It was all for the justice of
But it was a fair decision that we made for killing our brother.
Yeah. Okay, so peace with the Overseer. I can already tell I don't think we're going to do this. I'm not sure, but I'm going to assume no. The city is defended. Our willpower... we have to be leading the revolt, and that's kind of the thing. That I don't know if we're going to get into a position where we have to lead the revolt in a day. So I think for most of these, we're not going to be able to do them. The only one we could do... is the Anazot Massacre if we get the revolt to 6. If we, it's 6 or greater.
Sophia just murders everyone.
Honestly, that's not it's a horrible ending, but it's not a bad ending, right? Well, because remember, we had to make the choice with Sophia, right? We had to make the choice initially to either side with the rebels or stay a judge and be a noble, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but then we decided, hey, let's just stay a judge and be a noble, but we never really... cut ties with Sophia, and even then, when she was part of the last straw little group, we made sure that they got like protection, or we just made sure they were safe and not murdered, right? So I mean, this might have to be the ending we focus on potentially. Let's keep that in mind.
Yeah.
If we fail to achieve any other outcome, we get the dark times. Neither side succeeds. Chaos and disorder spread all over the empire.
That's the very middle of the road we can get.
I mean, that is super middle of the road. Or we die. I mean, that is still another thing that we can easily do.
Just die so that we don't have to make any more decisions.
I like this. I mean, they know that our family no longer exists at this point, but they just wanted to say, hey, these are endings you could get if you still had a family. I don't even want to look at them. I mean, we can look at them, but it's accept your
family has perished.
Family's perished. Jesus. Oh my God. In the fire of the revolt? Oh my. Okay, yeah. We're not going to be doing any of that. Occupation. Escape from the city. Flee the city. Eliminate Sophia. Jesus. Escape from the city. That's funny. Side with the Empire or side with the revolt. Okay.
No, we're Shadow, the rebel. The rebel.
Okay, I think we can do this, Brent. I think we potentially can maybe finish chapter 5 if we die in like a minute. Okay, yeah, see, okay, so morning, afternoon, night, and then maybe like the dawn of the next day or something. I'm gonna assume is like how it's broken down into.
Or death or something.
Or death, yeah, at the very end. Yeah, now do you want me to keep reading or do you want to take over? I know we haven't made a choice yet, but how are you feeling?
You can keep going.
Okay. The crimson sun slowly rises above the horizon. You make your way through a city in chaos, carefully observing what is happening on the streets. The rebellion is flaring up again after a night of calm. Yes.
Of clams.
They had some hella good clams last night. Although everyone got food poisoning and now they're all revolting.
That's why they're up overnight. All night. They're shitting.
And now they're revolting in the morning because the clams, God, they were so good. But they just made me shit so much. Once again, the commoners are taking to the squares in droves. The grim resolve in the rebels' eyes speaks volumes. They're determined to seize their freedom or die trying. There are others, however, who are huddling inside their homes, locking their doors and praying to survive the revolt unscathed. With every passing minute, you see more and more people carrying banners. They bear a hand clutching a lantern, the mark of the last straw. The conspirators have left the shadows at last. They hand out guns to the common folk, using these last precious minutes to quickly teach them how to fire them. The artisans are out on the street too, cobbling together makeshift shields out of wood and nails to protect against the nobles and their blades.
To get guns?
Yeah, man.
They were able to get their hands on gunpowder again?
I guess, I don't know.
So clearly it wasn't our fault, since they seem to have a really good knowledge on how to make them quick enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's been...
So they probably stole it from wherever government actually housed them or something like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, because we let them have gunpowder, and then the miners went out and revolted themselves, I guess, and then I guess maybe they just gave them to...
The weird thing is that, like, gunpowder needs, like, a specific ratio to make it work. But in the fact that they probably created these guns on their own and all they needed was the gunpowder. So I guess who the hell like oversees or misses somebody making a bunch of guns? They're fairly big.
They're
not hard to...
We're not carrying around pistols. We're carrying around
they're like 3 feet, 1.5 meters of guns or something like that. I just slapped my leg, by the way.
I just like to think that their excuse was, oh no, these are just the new age baseball bats. You know, they're long enough to hit a ball with.
Hollow. They make it go further.
Yeah, exactly.
When you hit them.
Yeah. But then they just, they hide the gunpowder and all that. But it's like, no, these aren't guns. What are you talking about? These are just baseball bats.
They're just decorations. There's no bullets. There's no gunpowder to use them.
Yeah. See, what you do is you pick up this thing like a baseball bat, and the other person actually shoots the ball out of their baseball bat. And you try and whack it back at them. And the commoners are trying to teach all the nobles that, so when there is the revolt, all the nobles are trying to like hit these things back, all these bullets back at them. Oh my god, that'd be so funny. The old noble bloodlines have sided with Dorius Auten. The Archnean has sworn to bring down the revolt by any means necessary. His noble militia now stands guard in the Silver District, where the city's most eminent aristocrats have their homes. They represent the greatest threat to the revolt. Many nobles of the mantle, however, are all too eager to violate their oath of fealty and side with the rebels. Though ennobled to serve the Empire, they no longer want to suffer under the boot of the highborn Arcanians and human gentry. But there are many more who are still undecided. Soldiers and low-ranking officers of the Legion from the city's garrison, officials and functionaries, they have all found themselves caught between the Overseer's orders and the People's Revolt. Many of them are biding their time, hoping the Legion or the Prefecture will spring into action and quell the unrest. But the Prefecture has yet to react. The city prefect, Sir Alborn, still has not made it clear which side he's on. Even the clergy has been swept up in the strife. Abbot Leonard is gathering new believers for the procession of the Silver Tree.
Look at that guy's hair.
I mean, it's pretty like... No, dude, it's not hair, it's ants. He's just got a lot of ants, you know...
He's got a lot of pimples.
Yeah, ew, grody. Old believer priests and common folk who prefer to cling to the lots and save their souls stand in opposition. Even the Inquisition, whose duty it is to protect the Church of the Twin Gods against heresy, has been tainted by this schism. Oh god, there's so many. Nice, we get two things. The true fight for the fate of Anazot. Yeah, well, we get two choices.
Bide your time.
Yeah, the true fight for the fate of Anazot will begin in a matter of hours. You have had 8 years to curry influence. To
just
curry.
Gotta season it right.
That influence, just sprinkle it, just a little bit of influence in my curry. Among the people of the city, it is time to put your connections to the test. Who can you sway to your side? Who will be willing to sacrifice their lives and fight for your cause?
So,
not many people. We cannot arm the new believers because of certain... Oh god, our eloquence would have to be 16 or more. Gross. Our scheming would have to be more than 16 for that. Theology, diplomacy. Oh, but we were never ennobled by the sword, so we can't do it. Oh, that's so sad. And then the path of the lawless we never went down. So we can incite a riot among the Legion troops. The rebel will go up. The revolt will go up, which is what we want. Our valor was more than 14. It's at 18 now. That's so funny. We had to have the path of the nobleman. We don't want to have the defender of the empire, but we wanted Tomas to have a new life with his wife that never actually had a name, I don't think.
The revolt goes up. That's what we need.
That's what we need to cause a massacre. So, I mean, I'm down with this choice. The other is bide your time and our willpower goes up, which is good, but, like, I don't know. What? Okay.
Might as well just pick that.
Yeah. There are officers and soldiers in the Legion garrisoned in the city. They're all but ready to fight for the revolt. All right, Brent, we're doing this?
Yeah, we might as well incite a riot.
All right.
We have nothing better to do.
Yeah, we got nothing better to do. Why not? Let's just do it.
You head for the armory. The main forces of the Legion are still several hours' march from the city. The soldiers stationed here must be wavering. They may yet join the revolt. Soon you reach the ancient barracks built of ruddy stone. The Legion soldiers standing guard around it are exhausted and anxious after a sleepless night. They will not trust an unfamiliar face. However, some of them recognize you. It's Judge Brent. Let him in. The air around the barracks is thick and alarm and unease and pot.
Pot? Just lots of pot.
Just trying to calm themselves down.
Yeah.
The officers are forming squads to head out and break up the crowds, but the soldiers are already on the verge of a full-blown mutiny. The only thing keeping them in check is an age-old fear of their betters. Wait, so they think they're worse?
I guess.
They're the worsers?
Yeah, we are the worsers!
You waste no time in the middle of the square. In front of the armory is a platform. You leap onto and address the soldiers of the Empire. Warriors of the Legion, Brant, the defender of the common people against the Arcanian elite, has something to tell you. Is that supposed to be it?
That's supposed to be us or somebody else saying?
I can't tell if that's us thinking it or somebody introducing us because you leap onto it and address the soldiers. So we're saying this out loud.
Yeah, but then maybe we're calling ourselves Brant because...
Yeah, it's like we're addressing ourselves.
Well, it's like because not everyone may recognize
Brent
these
has
two.
something to tell you.
Yeah. Brent, the defender of the common people against the Arcane Elite, has something to tell you. And by the way, that person is me.
It should be Warriors of the Legion. Brent Brandt.
The defender of the... Yeah.
That's how it should have been written.
Yeah.
Anyways, do you know what happened to Tomas Guerrero or the Legion captain who was rescued from Commander Otton's clutches? You have their attention now. Many of them are aware of Tomas and his plight. You continue your impassioned speech, their eyes trained on you. Captain Guerrero is the soldier just like you. Have you all earned a military rank and the right to serve just to grovel in the dirt before the Arcanians? You are nobles of the mantle, but the Imperial authorities will continue to treat you like a dishonorable rabble until you force them to reckon with you. Today is the day when the soldiers must join the people and cast off the chains of Arcanian tyranny. A furious shout cuts your tirade short. The garrison commander has had enough. The enraged old nobleman jabs a gnarled finger at you.
Traitor! You dare call yourself a nobleman? Seize him now! You're servants of the Emperor!
Soldiers do not budge. They watch you intently, walking for your response.
That's an order! Are you deaf or just stupid?
You cast an arm forward and bellow, down with tyrants. Kill him.
Oh, nice. Oh, do it. And next time, we will find out if we actually do kill him, or if this is just one big plot twist and we say kill him, and then he's like, no, I will kill you, and then we die. We somehow get a true death out of that. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this episode, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, do the things you do for everyone else, but do it for us.
And mustering the forces.
Do it. Do it. Kill him. Do it.
Jeez, when did we become Emperor Palpatine? We already made a joke about there was a character, I think it was Remy Elverman, that we were just like, ha, it's Emperor Palpatine.
We're being the new Palpatine.
Oh god, well he died, so I mean we can do that.
The reincarnated Palpatine.
Yep.
Like in episode 9? Is that what happened?
What?